morning. I am Mara and I share with you all kinds of crap. And today I'd kind of like to do a little precursor to what's about to happen in this series. I have given you my story, and now I want to kind of like put a little clarifying thing in between, because there is a lot of stuff and a lot of information on the internet and in the world about recovery from trauma, recovery from PTSD, recovery from CPTSD, recovery from DID, I don't know. And the thing is that I am not sure if recovery is the proper word. And correct me if I am wrong, and I am happy to hear your stories. But for me, the definition of recovery, and bear with me because I'm actually gonna Google the dictionary word for that. Okay. To recover. 1. Return to a normal state of health, mind, or strength. 2. Find or regain precision. Okay, so yeah, there is an issue for me here. And the issue is that even possible? Or are we putting into our minds and into the minds of people the idea that we can return to a normal state? And I'm already having an issue with another word, normal, because technically it is perfectly normal for us to have these issues after such an impact. A traumatic event and the traumatizing happenings afterwards cause a ripple effect and a reaction. And this reaction is perfectly normal for anybody who has experienced the traumatic event. So, what are we talking about? And I understand that there is a difference between PTSD and CPTSD, where PTSD is usually connected to one single traumatic event that has a before and an after, where one might recover to the state of before, which I also really don't believe, because everything we do is informed by our previous choices. There is not really 100% free will. We always put things through our filter. So can we go back to that before? No, because our brain, our body, our cells, our filter has knowledge from before. You cannot erase that. You might be able to override it with something. I don't know. I do not have PTSD. I have complex PTSD, which is a whole beast in itself, meaning that there was a string of traumatic events or a whole time frame of traumatic experience where there's no single event that you can pinpoint to. And for me, after you heard my story, the issue is there is no before. My first memory I have of a situation was when I was 4. This is usually when people remember their life to begin with. Did stuff happen before that? I don't know. But I know stuff happened after. So where is my normal state? Who is allowed to define that normal state? Me? A doctor? The other doctor? That don't agree with each other? I don't know. So, coming back to the word recovery, that's why I think it is not the exact right term. So for me, the question is, do we have to reframe that? Do we have to rephrase that? And you will, in the following videos, hear about the things I've tried, the things I've encountered, the things that worked for a certain time and then didn't, and why, as far as I'm concerned and understand. And I'd like to invite you to share your experiences with me if you want to, or ask questions. And all these things, a lot of the things, of the earlier things, I did with the aim of recovery. But I'm slowly, after 10 years of active trying to fix the issue, am understanding that recovery might not be possible or within my lifetime. And I'm wondering if that is the goal. And I started to shrink down my expectations and my goals, little by little by little by little by little, and they got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And as I continued to try to fix things, I encountered new issues, or I encountered names for issues that I've had that have gotten worse over the years. So my world has become smaller. My expectations have become smaller. That currently, I think for me, the things that I have tried lately are not to recover to who knows what state, but to maintain a status quo, to not get worse, but also to find little things that I can improve how I deal with what is happening to my mind, to my psyche, to my body, to my cells. And as that is happening, I am starting to discover, as the host of the system, that I really do not even know what I am, or I know what I am, as in what is my function in the system, but who I am. So, not recovery, but how did I state that? Living with it. And not just existing, but trying to somehow make a life and discover more about this person that you're looking at right now, who is sharing a body with other persons. So let me know what you think. Let me know if the word recovery means something different to you, and if that is your goal, and if your perception or your emotions towards that and towards the entire journey as a whole has changed over time, and how that relates to the type of traumatic event, not in particularly what happened, but as in one single thing or a certain amount, and yeah, what that does to you. And now I forgot my train of thought, but that is fine. If you are still here at this point in this video, I thank you for sticking with me. That was kind of a long one, and I apologize. And I will see you in the next one.